Hey, what's going on, loungers? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Mason T, and this channel is dedicated to helping resellers level up to actual entrepreneurs. And every now and then, I'd like to drop a video to get the old gears turning when we look at different products and different things that we see out in the world and how things work and how stuff gets developed, especially with the marketing and how it is being pushed onto other people. So today's item, have you guys already seen this one? I think I'm gonna whittle out the audio for copyright reasons, but I wanna show you guys. She told me to tap it when I missed her. So I think you guys already get the gist of it, right? As the internet becomes more and more prevalent, everybody's using it, there's bound to be more and more long distance relationships because people are readily able to keep in contact with each other very easily. So you could already see that this video has 31 million views. So immediately I had to jump on this and just see like, okay, what's going on with this item? Is it blowing up right now? Is it just getting this 31 million views, et cetera, because this was just uploaded 2 months ago and it got 31 million views. So this company is called InSync Bracelet here. So that made me go look up InSync Bracelet, and this is what I found. So this is the company, InSync Bracelet here. And then when I click more info, I see these types of bracelets. And then when I saw the bracelets, it says Tat Wu here. And we're going to talk more about that in a little bit. So essentially how these things actually work is that they pair with a type of app, right? So it Bluetooths over to your phone. So you might think to yourself, okay, but what if you're really far away? What about the radio frequency? Right. So it pairs to a program that's on your phone. And then when you tap it, that way you and your partner can be anywhere in the world, and then it will signal to each other. You know, sometimes our phone isn't always with us, or we're kind of busy doing something else, and you kind of just want to signal to each other that you just miss each other or something like that. So they do make both the bracelet and a little bit of the necklace form, because I guess, you know, not everybody wants to wear a bracelet, right? But the idea is that you could buy a couple's pair, and, you know, for the most part, it is pretty stylish, actually. Now, definitely, I jumped on Amazon to look this thing up, and I wasn't too sure exactly what to search at the time. I refined my search a little bit so that the search comes out with pretty much just these bracelets and not mixed with a whole bunch of other bracelets. So the search term that I used was touch bracelets for couples. So when I hit the Jungle Scout on this, I want to show you guys that this is all number of sellers, 11111, mostly ones over here. So you can see that it is predominantly all the private sellers, not sharing the buy box with anybody. So what I'm showing you guys, this is not Amazon online YouTube hustle culture. This is real business, okay? And a lot of these people are doing very well, especially Tat Wu, because that's the only way I could pronounce it correctly. I know it's supposed to be like T-O-T-W-O-O, so it's like two, I guess, but it spells Tat Wu, right? Okay, so when we sort by monthly sold, their number one bracelet pair over here is doing 1,971 sales, totaling about $250,000 in revenue every single month. So it's basically this one that is their clear winner. Now, you can see over here that they have all sorts of different kind of bundles. They have this rose gold one and stuff. So as you scroll through what they have, they pretty much spammed Amazon with this because these people are the first ones to do it. Now, there's also a couple of competitors like this EYAO one that's trying to undercut everybody by selling it for $69. Now, I'm not too sure what's happening here because they have a 2.6 star rating, so I haven't dived into this one. But the Bond Touch one has a 4.2 and a 4.3 over here, and as well as the Tat Wu stuff has like 4.1 star rating. So these are good. This one, not so much. But once they get to a better position, I guess they're probably going to raise the price. So a couple of things that you could already see from this item, which is this can clearly be more than just a long distance relationship bracelet. It could also be a caretaker bracelet as well. If you have an older family member, and this is much less obnoxious than ringing a bell at someone, right? So I like this item. I thought it was really, really cool. So for many of you who have signed up for the Pegasus Blueprint program, I have said for certain item creations and item ideas that you have, start a YouTube channel, start some social media. And many of you have pushed back and say, well, I don't know. I really don't want to be on camera. Right. So I want to show you what I actually meant by that, because if we go over to InSync Bracelet here, and then I click on their channel, you could see that, look, this is all they do. They don't have a long form video channel. They just do YouTube shorts over here. And then when I does it show the revenue that they're making? Oh, okay, not yet on this one. So look, 38,000 subscribers, right? Out of 192 videos. And all they did was, their bracelet video over and over and over again. And you already know that these are all faceless videos. They didn't say anything. At best, they show the hands a little bit, the caption, a little music in the background. There you go. Just video after video after video, right? And not all of them are going to be bangers. You see this one has 100,000 views, 30,000 views. So when we sort this thing by, its popularity, look, this one only has 3,000 views, 4,000 views. But when I sort it by the popularity one, right, this one was 30 million views 2 months ago. Now, when I sort this one by oldest, I'm going to show you guys a little trick here. So let's click on this one. This was clearly their first video that currently right now has 50,000 views. So what you want to do here is that over here where it says shorts in the URL, we want to shorten this over here and then just change this to the letter V for video. And now this will sort it over to the long form content version. And then from here, I could hover over this, and then it says 9 months ago, February 12th, 2025, when they first did this thing. Now, when I come back to this Tatwoo that they're doing the best right now, and then I scroll down here, you can see that they've been around for 327 days. So barely 1 year that they've been selling this thing. Yeah, pretty much. Does it say like in February? Yeah, just before February. Guys, if you're enjoying the video, please hit that like button. I also want to encourage everyone to jump into the comments and share your thoughts on the item ideas that I feature. Whether it's ways to differentiate them, add more value, or reposition it to a different category or demographic, every comment that you leave on this channel helps to build this community of future entrepreneurs and can even spark someone else's next big idea. All right? Back to the show. So it was from looking at this particular photo that I saw that this thing is Tatwoo. And then as we go further, there is actual official Tatwoo website as well that shows, all sorts of different styles over here. And look, they have the pre-order one. This is something that has the Morse code in it, right? And then what happens is that, you got the short, long, 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 short, right? And this thing could help decode it into some kind of chat room type of text situation. So I jumped on Grok real quick just to double check exactly what this thing is all about, right? And it says over here how this thing is put together. So the vibration, it has actions and stuff, and then the basic touch, a simple press triggers the customizable sequence, etc., etc. And then there's a few nuances it says that you might not have guessed, which is the pairing setup, right? Super simple. It uses Bluetooth, and then it pairs to the owner's phone, as well as you can then in the app create a private love link with your partner, invite code, or QR scan. Once linked, it's end-to-end encrypted for privacy. That's kind of cool. And then global perks and gotchas designed for worldwide use, et cetera, et cetera. So it's going to work on like all sorts of different kinds of servers. Yeah, but that's basically just your phone and its provider. And basically it's going to have the app that works with both Android and Apple, right? So beyond vibes, the app adds layers like a shared chat room, virtual love letters unlocked by touch streaks, and even GPS mood maps. So when you have like the touch streaks and stuff, now it becomes the gamification of the bracelet and your relationship, right? That makes it super interesting. So when we jump on Alibaba over here, I want to show you guys a really cool way to search for stuff. So what I do here is that for the Tatwoo stuff, so let's say let's use like their most popular one right here. Right? So what I want to do is I want to click on this, right click, and then click copy image. Then when I come onto Alibaba here, then I click on this new ability with that says image search. You click this, Control V to paste it, bam. Now I have a whole bunch of different kinds of companies, right? Over here, it says Hua Li, Ling Xi, and you can see like right here, Zhenghao e-commerce corporation, right? So there are all sorts of people who are, offering the same item. Okay. So you could get it from all sorts of factories that we could shop around for. I wouldn't do exactly the same styling as they are because I think Tawu has already cornered this, right? But this is definitely something right now that, look, it's a 7 in the opportunity score. I think it's time that, if somebody wanted to go into this, right, you would just jump in and join the party on this particular item. I think this is a pretty good idea. The only problem is that this is a very high ASP item, so therefore the cost of this item is very, very high. Now, I just want to, reiterate, okay, that the purpose of these videos is not necessarily to say that we're going to do this item, but rather what is out there in the world to get you to shift from that reseller mindset of just selling other people's brands into all sorts of items out there that is available. It really starts to change your mind on how we think about things that we could start selling that doesn't need to be some kind of hype that somebody else generated. You can see that the utility is here, the value is there, especially when people are in love, the money that they will spend on like a couple's bracelets. I think that if you are good at designing, you could probably come up with some other very unique his and hers types of designs, especially nowadays with like all the AI programs between Leonardo AI and Nano Banana. You could like create like all sorts of really cool stuff to send in for a factory to create. And you already know that the app Bluetooth syncing technology, it's all already there. So if anybody wanted to jump into something like this, I think now is a beautiful time in order to do that. Anyways, guys, that is the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a big like. And if you learned something, please consider subscribing. As always, I'll see you guys in the next. Take care.